And join me for reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
All right, well, before I get going, welcome everyone. It's always great to see a packed crowd in here and all of our students. Highlight of the evening is recognizing our students, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. Board of Directors, I do have some changes to the agenda for tonight. Under the consent agenda, we needed to put in the minutes from the Budget Committee, so that'll be part of the consent agenda. And then we are canceling the executive session after our regular session so that you can take that off the agenda.
Okay, and I believe it's time for student reports. So maybe we'll start with Audrey Odell.
You want to introduce Nolan?
I'd like to introduce Nolan Goodman as GS's 2024 through 2025 student reporter.
This year we had an application process to get in to be the next year's leader. The process went on Google Classroom. They made a little thing that you type out, and it's like an application, just like a job. You type out the questions. You really have to think about it. They were pretty hard questions. Then they all read them. Then they go through like an interview, and then they pick the people who had like the best applications or the best interviews. The next year's leaders for Altruismo is Kaiban Orwela and Tierney Mendehall.
And for Salivara, we have Nora Campbell and Olivia Odell.
For Amistad, Thatcher Johnson, Connor Miller.
For Zavendi, Dylan Deeks and Vinnie Allison.
For Nukamore, Betty Strand and Larkin Corba.
For Anraka, Reed Shattenkirk and Daphne Strain.
For Protos, Camden Gonzalez and Lauren Groth.
For River, Nolan Goodman and Corbin Roderick. State testing is in full swing. Staff have worked diligently this year to prepare our students for testing. Mr. Black and Ms. Itzdat worked tirelessly to ensure that we have enough devices for each student. The students are taking their time and roaring through their tests.
Spring Showcase are today, Wednesday, May 15th, from 5 to 7.
And Thursday, May 16th from 17th from 9 to 11, 1 to 3, and 5 to 7.
Plant starters, which the students grew in the garden, are for sale from the Bobcat Paw Patch.
The buy one, get one free Scholastic Book Fair is this week.
For the Spring Showcase kindergarten, every class has different things to share. They all did different things in each class. Miss Spray's class is learning about the ladybug life cycle and the units of measurement. Miss Adams' class is learning all things about elephants. They read several books and watched a few videos. They will showcase their elephant clay art together with projects. Mr. Meacham did several different projects and will be showing off their skills with their arts and crafts.
For first grade for the spring showcase, they have spent the several last weeks learning about oviparous animals, which are animals that lay eggs. They learned about the animal life cycles and hatched ducks, guinea hens, chickens, and chicks in their classrooms. The ducks and chicks went home with the students.
For second grade, they constructed animal dioramas that were based off their current reading unit. The unit was based on various animal habitats. Students selected an animal they learned about and recreated the animal's habitat. This project also included a writing project.
Third grade, they are showcasing their Iditarod book trail books, plant growth and survival books, and Oregon fun stories that they wrote. They are currently raising ladybugs to release into the paw patch.
For fourth grade is learning about the life cycle of the steelhead. They have in their tanks that they study each day to chart their changes. They will release the fish in the North Umpqua River across the elementary in coming weeks. They are deep in the study of Oregon's history. To focus on the landforms, they created salt dome maps to show the various landforms in Oregon. They will also showcase the Oregon Trail until they are currently studying. Their wagons are currently circled up at the South Pass near the Continental Divide. For fifth grade, we have spent the last few months learning about national parks. Each of us drew a national park and then wrote a letter to a park ranger. At the park, we selected, using our own research and the information that we received from the park, we created a report that includes multiple facts about the national park, such as history, flora, fauna, interesting facts, and more. We created huge poster boards to put that all up and display to our parents.
Sixth grade, for what they're doing for the spring showcase, is showing off our science fair boards. Our topics included temperature and magnet strength and so much more. We are responsible for making a hypothesis and discovering if we are correct or incorrect. Our results are written up and displayed on our science boards in our classrooms.
Upcoming field trips and activities. May 29th, 5th grade field trip to U of O, History Museum, and Defy.
Third grade, all things garden in the paw patch.
May 30th, graduation walk at GES. 2nd grade to Parkway skating. 3rd grade to wildlife safari. And 4th grade to Douglas County Museum and the bowling alley.
On June 3rd, 6th grade is going to Lake in the Woods. And June 4th, all district house games at the track from 9 to 12 p.m. House activities in the afternoon include Oregon State Marine Board on boating and water safety, Forest Service presentation on wildfire safety, Rock and Gem Club, rock hunting and identification in our local area, school beautification projects around the campus.
June 5th, 5th grade to River Forks Park, and 1st grade to the wildlife safari. June 6th, last day assembly, 8:30 in the gym. 6th graders to GMS for a tour and house games, and kindergarten celebration at 10 a.m.
Thank you for having us today.
Do we have a high school reporter? So I don't see Ayana. I just want to give a little shout out if you don't mind. Ayana has been our senior middle school, high school reporter all year long. And she is moving on from us and going to college. And she's wanting to become a physician assistant. And what I've learned about Ayana is whatever she puts her mind to, she's going to succeed. So I wish her well and want to thank her for all the times that she spent with us in the board meetings. I have two more announcements, just real quick. If you're done, if you would like to patronize our plant sale, the FFA is doing a sale till 8 o'clock tonight. And also the On My Own class has some items in there too. So if you happen to wander that way, maybe you'll pick something up.
Okay, and I believe Tammy was going to come up and talk about sources showcase.
So last year, Mrs. Weber and I were fortunate to be able to go to a training of the trainers in Bend for a Sources of Strength curriculum, which is it's a curriculum that really spoke to us when we were there because it's about actually it's a suicide prevention curriculum. But what we really liked about it is it focuses on the strengths that kids have within them. So it focuses on their physical strength, their family support, healthy activities, mentors, generosity, their spirituality, all of those things that we have with us that carry us through the hard times instead of focusing on, oh, this is sad and I can't do this. It gives them things, it makes them recognize. So when we came back from that, actually when we were there, we were with one of our ESD partners that introduced us to it, and Erin and I right away made a plan for how we were going to implement it, and we knew that we couldn't have teachers start off last year doing that because that was too much. So we started right after we came back. We got our curriculum from Matchsticks, and they donated that to us, and Mrs. Weber and I went around and taught all of the lessons so that teachers could see it and get comfortable with the material, and we could turn that over to them this year. So this year, all of our teachers are teaching that each morning as a way to greet our students, remind them of all the wonderful things they possess that gets them through hard times. And Matchsticks is they had a nomination, and our school was nominated for the things that we've been doing in Glide. We're the only school in the county that has Sources of Strength, and so we've been working with them to get a training for the trainers brought here. And so hopefully some other county schools are going to be able to bring this great curriculum to their students. And so on May 23rd, we're going to have an award ceremony. It's through Zoom, and it's from 4 to 5. And the people that nominated us, it was a shock to us because we just do it because it's what we do. We love our kids. So anyways, that's what that is. We got a $500 award for our school. So yeah.
Thank you for that wonderful news. All right, I think we're moving on to the SB Awards, all the good stuff.
Okay, are we ready? Great. All right, so the first award, and again, just as a disclaimer, if I get names wrong, please feel free to correct me, and I will try to make those changes. The first one for 12th grade is Ty Davis. Ty is the valedictorian of his class, impresses both on and off the field as a four-sport athlete, showcasing his remarkable dedication and versatility. Known for his infectious humor and unwavering friendliness, Ty sets an exemplary standard of courtesy and kindness, making him a cherished figure among peers and staff alike. As a great role model for younger students, Ty poised demeanor and academic achievements foreshadow his promising future in engineering, where he is destined to make a dynamic difference in the world. Congratulations, Ty. And I just want to call out that Ty did an incredible job at the play. I got to see that, and it was really impressive. For 11th is Peter Shepard. Peter is a high-achieving 11th grade student immersed in a myriad of activities, from academics to extracurricular pursuits, showcasing his diverse interests and dedication to excellence. His involvement in upper-level courses, extracurricular activities such as Battle of the Books and theater, as well as a leadership role in the student body and National Honor Society, highlights his exceptional commitment to personal growth and community engagement. With his intelligence, passion, and drive, Peter is poised to make a significant impact in his future profession, embodying the spirit of a true leader and scholar. Congrats, Peter. And he also did an incredible job at the play, which I got to see. So this is the one, I think it's Juan Jiku, Gigi. Okay, maybe not. All right, I'm just gonna say he is is a sophomore standout, shines as a bright scholar, consistently demonstrated a thirst for knowledge and academic excellence. It says his on here. That's right. Okay, her self-motivation and resiliency drive to excel not only in the classroom, but also as a dedicated competitor in the Battle of the Books competition. She is a dependable teammate on the field, showcasing a well-rounded nature and a commitment to success in all endeavors. So congratulations. For ninth grade, Molly Kircher. Molly is a standout ninth grade balances her academic excellence with leadership roles as an FFA officer, exemplifying her dedication to both scholastics and extracurricular activities. As a versatile athlete, she not only excels on the court, but also demonstrates exceptional responsibility in managing her commitments. Molly's admirable work ethic and leadership qualities make her a respectable figure among her peers, showcasing her as a role model for responsibility and achievements. Congratulations, Molly. And for middle school, for eighth grade, Wyatt Burford. Hey. Wyatt is an eighth grade dynamo, channels his boundless energy into both academics and athletics, embodying a true hardworking spirit. His genuine kindness and motivation extend beyond the sports field, creating a positive influence within his school community. As a dedicated athlete, Wyatt's drive and determination serve as an inspiration to his peers, showcasing his commitment to success both on and off the playing fields. Congratulations, Wyatt. So for seventh grade, Harley Tudor. Harley is a diligent seventh grade student, excels academically with her studious nature evident in her commitment to learning. Along with her scholarly pursuits, she remains approachable and amiable, fostering a friendly atmosphere among her peers. Known for her kindness and courteous demeanor, Harley is always ready to lend a helping hand to her classmates in need. And she's also my neighbor's granddaughter, which I had to put a plug in, so congratulations, Harley. For sixth grade, Bailey Bierman. Bailey is a wonderful student, smart, creative, and a great role model. Her quiet leadership and ability to work with everyone makes her a standout. She exemplifies what an exceptional student performance this year means. Congratulations, Bailey. All right, for fifth grade, Corbin Roderick. Corbin joined our school community this year and has fit right in. He is friendly and respectful to all and is known to play with integrity and fairness, even when he was out in Gaga ball game. In a Gaga ball game, right? Corbin rarely misses school, completes nearly all his classroom on time, and pushes himself to do his best, especially in math and writing. Fourth grade, Austin McCauley. Austin consistently demonstrates being an exceptional student. He works hard in class and makes the effort to do his best. He loves to be expressive during reader theater and makes the most out of every opportunity. If something needs to be done in the classroom, Austin regularly helps without being prompted. He works well with his peers and shows kindness in all he does. Austin is certainly an exceptional student. He is a joy to have in class. Congratulations. Alexandria Clement. Allie is one of the kindest young ladies I know. She is incredibly conscientious to get her work done, always making sure others have what they need if they need help. She is the first to contribute, the first to listen, and focused on learning more from her world. Allie can be very proud of her achievements this year. Congratulations. Colston Parnell for second grade. Colston, I think you got the longest write-up. So you are a smart, kind, thoughtful, witty, helpful, and talented at whatever he does. He encompasses the traits of a leader that finds way to lift others up without ever thinking about himself. Colston came in with lots of skills, but he has really become more independent and motivated learner that has helped him even excel to the next level. I can always count on Colston to complete his tasks with pride. He has the most kind and generous heart and always sees the best in everyone. Colston will definitely leave a positive and world-changing impact with whatever he puts his mind to. Congratulations. For first grade, Letty Reich. Letty is kind to everyone. Because she is careful and a super math student, she consistently scores 100% on math tests. Way to go. She works hard on her words to know and has gained confidence and skills in her reading. She is a perfect example of what it means to be an SB recipient. Great work, Letty. Oh. All right, for kindergarten, Finley Miller. All right, Finley continuously shows determination and stamina in her academics. She is always focused on being a hardworking learner, and while quiet and soft-spoken, she is a friend to all who meet her and is unwavering, full of joy. Great job on being an SB recipient for kindergarten class.
Okay, so don't leave. This is a special time, first time for me. At this time, we're going to actually draw all the winners throughout the year in different categories, and the people that we draw are going to receive an iPad from the district. These are all former SB winners.
So we're going to start with K through second grade. All right, you shake. How's that? Finley Miller. Okay, these will be delivered to you at school on Monday. Kind of not as exciting, but yay! Okay, grade 3 and 4. We need a little drum roll. I like it. This is Sonora Scarborough. All right, 5th and 6th grade. Drum roll. Faith Beardsley. All right, well, grade 7th and 8th grade. Drum roll, please. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Lena Reinhardt. Woo! All right, 9th and 10th grade. Drum roll again. Gotta get, this is a thing. Oh boy. Is that, what was that name?
I don't know how to say her name. How do you say her name? Winichi? 1GQ?
Wanjiku Niji? Nigiri. That name.
There you go.
It's a hard one, folks. It's a hard one. Okay, 11th and 12th grade. Final drum roll, please. All right. Hannah Groth. Woo! All right, also just want to give a shout out to Coho Pizza, as usual, for their awesome generosity and their donations of the gift certificates to all of our winners, our SB Award winners. So yeah, so folks, if you want to hang out for the really exciting meeting, you can, but you can also leave if you want. So we're going to take a little break. All righty. Think we're gonna get the old show on the road. Okay. I believe we are moving on to the consent agenda. So I will entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Oh, fine, I'll do it. I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Do I hear okay. Any discussion?
I guess a big thank you to the folks that were part of the budget committee.
Yes, I also would like to say thank you because I couldn't quite make it to that last one. So thank you for the heavy lifting for all that and answering all the questions and getting that approved. That's it.
And I think it should be as amended with the budget, at the budget committee.
Yes, that's correct, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we need to restate the,
With the, how about I restate it with the addition of the minutes?
all right,
I still second it.
awesome. Okay, any further discussions? Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Okay, motion passes. And I believe we are on the public participation, but we don't have any yellow cards. So we are going to move on to the action discussion items. So super fun, exciting stuff about policies. So we have been meeting, John and I, as part of the policy review committee. We've met twice now. It's been a Monday each month, and that continues through the rest of the summer. We're in collaboration with OSBA. We're going through our entire book of policies, making sure everything's up to date, getting rid of things that are unnecessary, potentially adopting new recommendations from OSBA, and just making sure we're in compliance with everything. So we have we've received the revised policy sections of A and B, and have gone through the first reading of that. So I think I'm entertaining a motion. No? Because we need to do a second reading. So I'm just letting you know we've done a first reading, so that when we do a second reading, we can entertain a motion.
I believe you should have a motion and then a vote and a presentation as a first reading. And then policies don't typically become official until after the second reading. And so in the next board meeting, you would make a motion to approve the policies as a second reading, which then they become adopted.
Sounds good. So that's what we're doing with the policies. Okay. And then I'm going to, so do we still need a motion now then? That we've said we've done a first reading and we'll move on to second reading from here? That gets,
I think you should do a motion to approve the policies A, B
As a first
presented
reading.
for the first reading.
okay, I will entertain that motion. Somebody else
I
gets to
will
say that.
make that motion to do the first readings of the policy revisions A and B.
I'll second that.
Any discussion about that?
Well, I will, maybe a little bit, not
Okay,
overly, other than to let them know. One thing is, I'm assuming they can get these online, or
I
if somebody
don't,
wants to review these,
so all of our policies as they are right now are online. I don't know if
the
the
revision part is
revisions
not.
aren't on there.
It's typically,
Okay.
typically not for public view until after you adopt them.
Okay. Well, that's what I kind of
But
wanted to let
you
everybody
can
know.
access that online to see what the heck we're talking about.
And as we are going through these policies, I will let you know we're trying to like condense them somewhat and get rid of some of it that is redundant. They are by far, they're not close to being perfect, but you have to do like policies with all the legal stuff, so sometimes they are not exactly as we wish they were. So that's about all I have to say about them for now.
Well, I agree with that. Absolutely.
John was very humble. I want to let the rest of the board know that John and Tracy are doing a great job representing not only the board, but our school district and our community. This is really a tough process because you're balancing your culture and your values and things that you hold dear for a small community with legislation laws, and sometimes those don't line up. And I think that's what John was kind of alluding to, is that sometimes it's a struggle for these two to agree with what's being presented, even in the face of, well, you have to do it because it's the law now. But I just want to commend both of them for being super professional and putting the time in, because this will be a process that makes this school district much stronger. So thank you guys for that.
Thank you for saying that. That's very kind.
Madam Chair,
Yeah.
I would like to encourage everybody to read what's existing. And if you have thoughts, ideas, get them primarily to, I mean, you just do it to the board, but to Robert or Tracy or John, but if you get to any of us, we'll make sure it gets in there. Because we're just a few people here, and it's for you and your kids. So we're just guessing. So, you know, I like the roundtable approach. The more brains into it, the better product we're going to get, I feel. So I'd encourage that.
Thank you. All right then, so all those in favor of approving first reading of AB policy and moving on to second reading? Okay, motion passes.
All right, next item, I want to bring back up the colors and mascot discussion from the middle school. Last meeting, I asked you to consider this topic in approving for the year 25-26. I want to give you some new information. I've had several community groups, not several, a couple community groups approach me and commit to a willingness to help raise money or do whatever we can to make this happen next year. So I just want you to know that's out there. I think we presented last meeting, the rough estimate was about $10,000. These community members are pretty confident that if that's something the district couldn't support, that we could do some things locally to raise that money and get things changed sooner than the 25-26 year school year. So I wanted to share that with you. That's why it's on the agenda.
So do we need a board motion to like do that, or because we had talked about waiting until the next budget, I mean, when the budget is finalized to put that in with the budget, but I mean, I know, you know, this is passion of mine, so I'm willing to like.
Yeah. Well, Carolyn, you can help me. I don't think we changed anything in the budget to address this particular topic. So I don't, we can wait till the next meeting. I know we did talk about that, you're right. So maybe I jumped the gun a little bit.
Well, I would say if there is a commitment from community members to make that happen, we could make that motion to have it, affect next school year in June. I don't know that there's a difference, but I don't know what it would take, I guess. I'm curious.
Yeah, the only thing I would ask is that you talk about a process. I think we kind of alluded to that a little bit last meeting, about how you would want to select a mascot. You want that to be a community endeavor? Do you want it to be leadership presenting that to you? Maybe that's what we should do at the next board meeting. We could send out some kind of survey to the community and get feedback. It's really up to you guys. Ultimately, you have the authority to make that decision, that change.
Robert, have you talked to our athletic director about this change at all yet, or not?
Yeah, it's amazing. Everyone I talk to, they're all of them are like, well, how come we haven't done that? How come it's taken so long to have that conversation?
But,
So our
I
new
mean-
athletic director is in favor of changing
And,
it.
and
awesome.
it won't be a big deal when he goes to,
So I've been told that middle school is not nearly as big deal to change colors or
Okay.
mascots than it is for the high school. And so I'm not 100% sure how entailed it is, but I've been led to believe that it's really just a matter of sending notice to the other schools and taking care of our uniforms and stuff here.
Robert, did you state that it was, you're talking 25, 26?
So if you recall at our last meeting, I suggested that the board, if that's the direction the board wanted to go, that you approve changing the middle school mascot and colors, but postponing that change till the 25-26 school year. So that would give us a year to budget and plan for that. But I was also under the assumption that we had to do a bunch of signage. The league schools had to change signage. Apparently, middle schools don't have league signs, so that's off the table. We do have signs locally in our own organization that we'd have to change, but I feel like we could do that.
Yeah. It's pretty
So I
easy.
believe the correct way is, Madam Chair, I'd like to have Superintendent Freeman look into the current status of uniforms. And can we wait that long? How many of the athletic groups have adequate uniforms, or are they tattered and
I
torn?
have a little bit of that information, and I'm thinking that it can't wait till the 25, 26.
And that's my concern, is just.
And so I think what he was
I'd
trying
like
to
to
say
wait
is
too.
that we have groups that are trying to push us forward so that we can make that change ASAP.
So, yeah.
Because
just for-
folks need new uniforms, like they were going to do that in this next coming cycle because things are looking pretty.
But I'd hate to have them buy new uniforms
Yeah,
for
we
1
would not do
year.
that.
Yeah, we're going to not let them,
Okay,
we're going to push pause on that, so
just,
that,
just a concern.
yeah,
So,
I appreciate you looking out for that.
yes.
If you decided to wait till 25-26 school year, we would not purchase new uniforms next year. We would go status quo, which is not in really good shape.
Yeah,
and doing that would be kind of silly. I was gonna say we're gonna look silly, because if they're overall, or a significant number of people are going, why is it taking this long? Like, we shouldn't wait another year.
Yeah.
So that's,
So do you need a motion? Because I would love to have a plan that we come back to the next board meeting with some recommendations that we could then.
oh, I
vote on.
like that.
So that,
I love it. That's-
I
if we
mean,
would-
let's
that's the
crack the whip
direction
on
you wanna
this.
Send me, I will head down that path.
I will totally entertain a motion.
I think we have community members that are in the audience who would be very excited about that path, so. Yes. Oh, even at the middle school? Yeah, so I think we should do some kind of process of asking community members what their thoughts are. I know I'm struggling. Yeah. No, you don't have to.
I really want to, I appreciate that, and I think that what we heard the last time is that there are some folks that at the middle school thought that they needed their own identity as, but it would be in like the cat family, like bobcats, and then some other cat, and then wildcats. And I think that that needs some input from both the, athletic department, athletics as well as teachers as well as the community. So I would really, so I guess my motion would be is that we direct you, please, to send out surveys and get community feedback and have a proposal at the next board meeting. That would be my motion, or on changing the mascot and the colors. I think we're all in agreement what the colors will be, but
Right.
The base
Blue
color.
and gold.
yeah,
It could, the high school's been blue and gold.
Yeah.
Middle school could be gold and blue.
I think, yeah. We were talking about, for parents, it would be, anyway, we won't get into
Right.
discussion. We'll ask you, please.
You got it.
Yeah, was
I
that,
think that was a motion.
The motion, it was a weird one, but it was.
I took it as a motion.
I would like to hear you say it verbatim.
John, are you recording this? So we can get that back?
Just kidding.
Okay.
Okay. Any further discussion about that? I love this motion. So all those in favor of getting this ball rolling?
Did you second it, John? Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
he seconded it.
Yeah, it's just got weird. Yeah. Let's go forward.
Awesome. Motion passes. Let's get that ball rolling.
Cool.
Thank you, board, and thank you, community members, for pushing that forward. Okay, my superintendent report, I have a couple things I want to let the board and the community know about. The first thing is just my continued amazement of the humanity and generosity of this community after our tragedy of losing Rachel. The most recent events that have taken place, well, first of all, the service was incredible. It was, the gym was packed, the community came together to grieve and process, and it was just a really beautiful event. The Trail Cats, along with several staff members, have been working on the trail, the nature trail at the elementary school. Sidebar, if you've never been on that trail, you should go for a walk on that trail. We went down there as a district office staff, and we went just for a walk on the trail. It was just very relaxing. It's just beautiful down there. We saw a doe out in the foliage. It was pretty cool. The new addition down there is a beehive area that is going to be really cool for the kids to observe, and it's going to be in Rachel's name. Tammy and Brian O'Dell, I wish Brian was here, and Mr. Shaw have gotten donations from the community. They've planted flowers along the trail that are going to bloom in the springtime. There's a little creek, it's not a creek, it's more of a ditch, but there is a little creek to go over to get out to the bee sanctuary. And we have a community member that's building a metal frame for a walking bridge to go across that. And they're milling wood off of Rachel's family farm estate at Dry Creek to put the planks in the walkway. Super awesome. Kind of chokes me up talking about it, I apologize. So that memory will be there. Mr. O'Dell and his crew, Mr. Shaw, I think you helped with that, right, with the poles? Planting the poles, putting the bark mulch down. It's probably a 15, 20-foot area that will be fenced off, so hopefully nobody can go in and vandalize the 2 beehives that they're going to put in there. But soon enough, we're going to be having some honey out of those, and kids get to learn about the life cycle of bees, in Rachel's honor. So that's pretty cool. The next thing, more uplifting, is I want to invite each of you, not just the board members, but the community members also, to our first annual RCA House Field Day. June 4th, 9 o'clock to 11:30-ish. And the plan is that we're going to divide our entire student body into houses, their houses, and they're going to compete against each other. So yes, we're going to have kindergartners alongside of 11th graders. The 12th graders are already going to be gone. And we just have a bunch of silly games, fun games for the kids to do, just as a culminating activity to bring our organization together as one. There's been a group of people that have organized that, and we're doing our best to try to think of everything, but I'm sure there's going to be some things that don't go right, but we're going to learn from those and make them better, because like we keep saying, this is our first annual. I'd really like to see this continue for years. You're welcome to come and observe, sit in the stands and watch, or if you want to help us out, we do need volunteers to help run the different events. The events are silly things like hitting a shuttlecock with a badminton into a trash can, and if you make it, you get a point. So things that, like I said, everyone can do. We're going to build up through the day to our culminating event, which is going to be a 12 by 100 relay. 12, that means one person from each grade level is going to do a leg of the relay, which is going to be fun to watch kindergartners again doing that along with the 11th graders. Anyway, it's going to be a blast, and everybody else is cheering. And then after, are they going to race too? I didn't catch that part. Okay. So Miss Beard will be leading what group? Okay. All right. Anyway, after that event, we're going to feed the kids at the athletic field, and then we're going to award our first annual trophy. And our hope is every year after that, the winning house will get their name on the trophy, and we'll have that displayed throughout the year. So should be super fun. Please pray for cloudy but not rainy weather, and it's Oregon. It's going to do whatever it's going to do. We're going to have a blast either way. Please join us if you can. I'm super proud to announce that we've hired a football coach. Yep. And Zach Mandera, I don't know if you remember Zach Mandera. He was a standout athlete in the Roseburg football program. He went on to play football at the college level at Portland State University. And he has come back to this area to teach and continue coaching, give back to a sport that has helped him. He's very excited to lead our program. We're really hopeful that his energy and experience is going to continue to grow our program and put out a competitive team on the field. Pardon? Oh, he'll be here tomorrow if you want to meet him. Time? Lunchtime. He's meeting with kids. I don't know if I can say this. I think I'm more excited about this next announcement. We're going to have a cheerleader program, a cheer program next year. It was really weird this year to go to a sporting event and not have our cheerleaders. And it's not just in the contests. I learned a lot about cheerleading, that you have a sideline cheer and then you have competitive cheer. We're actually going to do both of those this year coming up. But sideline cheer is not just about cheering at the athletic events. It's also about helping create school spirit and support the school and assemblies and things. And we just missed that this year. We're going to have the band playing, cheerleaders cheering, and the student athletes participating. And I'm super excited about that for next year. So with that news, that's my report. Sorry, Kristen Schartz is going to be our cheerleading coach. I got so excited I forgot to say that.
Ooh, now the exciting part, financial report.
I just wanted to reiterate what Janet already said, that I'm really thankful for the budget and the board coming together and looking over the budget and bringing good questions, and we got approval, so that's awesome. And then at our June 12th board meeting, we'll have our budget hearing and adoption.
Cool. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, and that's individual board members report time.
Here you go. I have a couple. I really, I said it, I really want to give a huge shout out about the play. Honestly, that was one of the best ones that I have
I thought so
seen.
too.
I've
It
gone
was
to
really
them for
good.
years. So huge shout out to all of that work, and it just was great. It was really awesome. I also shout out to the baseball varsity and JV. I was there at the Douglas. They beat Douglas. #1 team. They did incredible watching that first game. I was, and a lot of parents that were from Douglas were coming up and talking because my nephew played with a lot of them, and they were just like, I can't believe we lost. So we were like, no, our kids are just that good, So anyway, it was great. Also, just as a heads up, I am going to prepare the board that the new student body president, Jane Williams, I had the opportunity to have a camping trip with him, and he is fired up for next year. Has some amazing ideas that he's already wanting to talk about with the board. And so it was really great to see the excitement that he's going to bring for next year. So that was really cool to hear him and just being able to talk about this is what I want to see happen. So there's a lot of excitement there. And Caroline, I really want to shout out to Tammy and the elementary school. I just remember all of that work when my kids were in school and just hearing all those things. It's a lot. So for all of the activities that are coming at the end of the year and graduation, just a huge shout out to the staff, parents, and students. It's a lot at the end of the school year, and just really recognize the amount of work that it takes to get there. So that's what I have.
Thank you for all that.
Well, I would like to thank Mr. Freeman. I would like to thank the On My Own class and everybody else who continually feeds the board once a month. It's like, I'm not sure it's legal to bribe us like that, but, I'm all for it, so, yes. But, yes, I'd like to thank all you guys for taking care of us like that.
Same.
I'm going to reiterate what John just said. I mean, I've never heard of such a thing, and it's been a joy. Thanks for, I don't know, maybe you didn't vote for me, but thank you for putting me here anyway. So it's become a real joy. Not without its challenges, but for what it's worth, it makes me feel good that I am doing something for the community. So I appreciate that opportunity. And Jan, I don't care if you had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That's still a nice, very nice gesture that not just you guys, but it's been almost every meeting. Somebody has done that, and it just amazes me. Kind of steal your words, Robert. This community, I've always loved this community, but it's amazing to come back here and experience that goodness. I know it's not necessarily a school event, it's a kind of a pseudo school event, but before our next meeting will be the first Saturday in June. What happens the first Saturday of June since I was this tall? Fat Lamb Show, right? So I never made it to FFA. I was a 4-H'er, so Fat Lamb Show was a really big deal for me. But I know there's FFA'ers hanging around there too. So if you get a chance to go to that, they have a great lamb dinner, and there will be some of our students there. What's that? Is it really?
Did you hear that, John? So come watch John.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Yeah, you're a pro.
Tell that to the sheep. So, so anyway, put that on your calendars too. That's going to be always an exciting event.
And I believe that very next day is graduation. That's right. So I can't believe we're there. So I don't really have anything to report except to just echo what Tim said, that it's an honor and a privilege to serve. So I'm grateful for that opportunity, and always with, hello. It's like at the Oscars, they're just cutting you off. Right? Getting played off. Always with the premise to try to, my goal here is to leave the district better than I found it. So I strive for that on a daily basis. So I appreciate everybody coming, and I think that wraps it up, right? So I'm going to call this adjourned. Thank you all. Good night.